Hello, diseased puppies, and welcome to Blood Bowl Legendary Edition. Last time we played a Dark Elf team, and that went pretty well, but this time we're going to play something a little more unique, I suppose. Not that the Dark Elves aren't unique, because they're awesome, but this is something a little bit different. This is the Nurgle team, which I have aptly named Nurgle's Anatomy. Now, the Nurgle team is made up of, it's basically a Chaos team, which if you don't know the lore behind the Warhammer universe, go check the Chaos out. But they're basically a Chaos team that got infected by the god of diseases, called Nurgle. That's the god. And so they're super diseased. So let's actually check these guys out in 3D here. So you can see, this is what they look like. This is our Nurgle team. You can see this guy. He's the first time I saw him, I just like freaked out because he's super ugly. I mean, look at this guy. It's great. But basically, I'll go over the names here. I named them all after diseases or just physical afflictions because, you know, all of them have certain diseases, I'm sure. So I thought, you know, I'll name them after diseases and people named after diseases. So our Beast of Nurgle, that's a big ugly guy. Yeah, his name's Alzheimer, because that's a pretty prevalent disease, and it's pretty bad. Our Pestiger, which is how I'm going to pronounce it, because I don't know how to actually pronounce that word. That's Varicella Zoster, probably just going to call him VZ. Next we have Toby the Silent Killer, is one of our warriors. Oh, actually, I'll explain what each one does. Alzheimer is it's plaque building up around your glial cells, which are neural cells in your brain, or part of the neural system. Varicella Zoster, VZ, is what causes chickenpox, also what causes shingles in adults. Toby the Silent Killer is from The Office, because I just couldn't resist. If you watch that show, you know what I'm talking about. Gastroenteritis is the inflammation of the gastrointestinal tract. Dysentery is severe diarrhea and just bad times for your butt. Chordoma is a tumor on the spinal cord and on the vertebrae, I think. Meningitis is the inflammation of the meninges, which are little barriers around your brain, little flesh barriers, good stuff between the bone and the brain. Hematoma, that is the collection of blood outside of blood vessels. Parkinson, that is a neural disease that makes you unable to control a lot of your movements. Leukemia, of course, a form of cancer. I didn't actually spell leukemia right, which makes me sad, but there it is. Papilloma was just a skin tumor, most likely benign, but I threw it in there because that was one of the things I knew. Then we got 2 rerolls, 1 Necromancer. I'll explain what the Necromancer does later, but let's go ahead and hop into the game. I'll have to register. Alright, I'll just meet you in the game. One sec. It's like we are playing an Amazon team, which should be interesting. Amazons are sort of an elfish team, so they like to dodge a lot. They do have some blockers on their team, which actually I don't know if they start with block. I'm not really sure. I've never played an Amazon team. I've never played as one. I don't remember the times that I did play them. All I know is I don't start with that many skills, which kind of sucks. And this is one of my favorite stages. I love this field. Like, it's so impractical, but it's just looks so cool. This looks so cool. Alright, so they have 4 rerolls. I have 1. Let's go ahead and start kicking. So Chaos is sort of a bashy team, which means we try and do a lot of damage. Let's see, dodge, 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 catch, block. So probably the blitzers have block. Let's go ahead and put these on. We've got 1, 2 blitzers. They are the only ones that have block. I don't have anyone with block, which is unfortunate. But let's see. We don't need to really have... What's their strength? 3. Our strength is also 3. So we're just going to keep our riders on the front line, because who cares about the riders? Riders are going to die. That's sort of how this team works. My standard formation that I do in this game is something a little bit like this. It goes, I think something like this is what I usually do. And then we'll have our warrior. And we'll stick. Actually, no. What we should have something like that. That's better. Okay, so that'll give us the advantage on the front line, on the LOS, as the pros call it. So we'll do some of that, and this is how I usually start off. And I'll explain like the benefits of each player as we go on. Let's go ahead and not do that. Get out of that camera angle there. So basically, I haven't played that many games as Nurgle yet. I played about 3, and they were mostly against the computer. I played a few against humans too, and I failed because Nuffle. Serious. Okay, no, let me tell you guys. I was fighting, I think it was Amazons actually, different Amazon team, and I was blocking a ball carrier. Had a lot of people around her. I literally made 7 2-die blocks on the same ball carrier. Never knocked her down. Just got a attack her down at the very end. After a reroll, I was so mad. I was so mad. It was like 7. That's 14 dice. I just need one face. Are you kidding me? And I just got so angry. And then they scored after that. I was like, oh, are you serious right now? It made me cry so hard. I don't cry, but like, you get the point. It was ridiculous. Like these dice. Sometimes just mess with your head. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So yeah, these are all my level 1 guys. I don't think, yeah, I think hers, I'm gonna call her her because they're all Amazons or girls. Her team looks like they're all level 1 as well. Okay, so it's an even playing field at this point. Now they have AV7, which means they're pretty easy to kill. Blitzers, not so, wow. Why did, that was a really stupid move on her part. That was that was really stupid. Okay. Well, that was fun. So God. So we're gonna get 2 dead blocks in all these people, which is fantastic. But I want to set up. I've been like sort of learning risk management. You can't go in here now. Let's go ahead. Get this guy here. Tag you like so. There's no way we can dodge around this, so we're gonna try and make a wall that they can't really get through. We're gonna put you actually. Let's see. I can't believe they just did that. That was like really stupid on her part. You don't do a one die block against a Nurgle team like this. Especially when you have AV7, that's just asking to get killed, you know? Okay. So that's all in place. We're going to go ahead and blitz now because that's our most important block. Okay, now they have dodge. That's fine. So we'll go ahead and do that. No, I'm not going to follow up on that. At this point, we're going to go ahead. Try and take that. Oh, God. Well, I can't complain because, like, already they had stupid, like, that was a terrible first turn for you. Okay, there's an attacker down right there. So we'll go ahead, push you this way. Sweet! Already an injury. What is it? Badly hurt. That's fine. I'll take it. That's fine. So we got 2 SPP for Hematoma there. Classic Hematoma. Now, Beast of Nurgle, what he's going to be really good at in our game is his tentacle skill. What that does, I'll explain in a second, actually, because it's sort of complicated. Everything in this game's complicated. It's just how it works. We can, for now, go right here. I'm going to talk about the Beast of Nurgle a lot, actually, because he is a huge part of this team. So we're going to go ahead and go right there, just in case you try and dodge out. So we've got our line set up, so that's pretty good. Basically, the Beast of Nurgle, it seems to me after doing some research on this team, is like sort of the keystone of a Nurgle team. At least later on. Maybe not so much right now, per se. Oh, that's fine. But the Beast of Nurgle has a few very important skills. First off, the strength. He's a big guy, so his strength is 5, which is obviously very, very important. Second off, his appearance, actually, I feel like, let's see if we can zoom in on him a little bit. His appearance actually plays a huge deal, I think, because he just looks terrifying, so nobody wants to be near him. Nobody wants to mess with him, because he's got strength 5, and he looks freaking ugly. So when you get him next to people, they're like, I don't want to be there. So they try and stay away from him. Now, normally, I would suggest blocking with this guy and doing all that stuff, but the problem with trying to block with him is that he has really stupid, which is an ability. Stop doing one die blocks! Stop it! It's just not going to work for you. I'm telling you. Anyway, he's got really stupid, which is an ability. That means if we roll a d6 right before we move, right before we do anything with him, actually. If he rolls a 1 through a 3, he doesn't get to move. That means even if he tries to blitz, that blitz gets wasted and he just can't move. If he rolls a 4 through a 6, he proceeds with what he was going to do. Now, if you have a teammate standing next to him, you can only fail that roll with a 1 because you get a +2 modifier, which is nice. But let's see, what can we do here? So obviously that's a problem. You don't want that to, to happen all the time. Okay, so what I want to do is, no, I want to free you up. Okay, we're gonna move you here. Gonna get this router to knock out the line woman. Yeah, so I am doing this live commentary, unlike last time. I'm gonna go ahead and push you this way. Follow up on that. Yeah, so I'm gonna be like thinking out loud a lot more. I'm also gonna know what's actually happening a lot more. So that'll be helpful. Sweet. Okay. But to continue on with the Beast of Nurgle talk there. His most important thing, really, especially in a team like this, he has two important things, but I'd say the first most important thing when it comes to him is that he has something called tentacles, which means whenever someone tries to dodge out of his tackle zone, which is just the 8 squares around him, which I don't see them right now, actually. Why does he have no tackle zones right now? I'm confused. He's not weird. Whatever. Okay. But he has tentacles, which means every time someone tries to dodge out of his tackle zone... Sweet! Oh my god! Okay. Nuffle. You have forgiven me. Oh, I'm so happy. So we're not going to go for that this turn, but... Okay. Yeah, so yes, I keep getting distracted here, and that's a problem with live commentary in this game. It's just sort of funny sometimes. But... Before I get distracted again, tentacles means every time someone tries to dodge out of his tackle zones, they have to roll 2d6 dice, which means, and they just roll 2 dice. They then add their strength and subtract my strength, which is 5, and there's usually 3. And if their total roll with those 2 dice is over 6, then they get to dodge out, or they get to attempt to dodge out. And let's go and follow up on that. Maybe we can surf that catcher next turn. That'll be cool. Let's see, let's go. We can't blitz you now. Okay, so we'll just do this. Sweet. Love it on the blitzer too. If I can get an injury on the blitzers, I've got this game in the bag. It's just not gonna work for them if that happens. Ooh, I could try and pick up the ball. Should I try? I sort of want to try. And let me go ahead and move the beast right here. Sweet. Okay, so now see, I've got 3 people around the beast, which means they really aren't going to be able to dodge out because of tentacles, because they only have strength of 3, so they're going to have to roll really good die. I don't mind dropping that. It's not a big deal. That was my final character to move anyway. Whew. So yeah, basically the strategy I found with the beast, and a lot of people say this, is that you want to get him surrounded by as many people as possible, because that means they're not going to be able to move out. Which means they've basically got 3 useless people right now. And watch, see, she just tried to dodge, and it failed because of tentacles. And they even rerolled. Awesome. I love it. And this one's going to try and blitz too. Okay, who's that on? Parkinson? I don't remember which one Parkinson. Oh, wait, over here. I don't care about Parkinson. Who cares? But, yeah, so the beast is, like, incredibly useful, especially against agility teams like this, because that means... One of my guys is tying up 3 of their guys, so they basically can't do anything with those people. Oh, you were getting really unlucky, and that makes me so happy, because that's usually my luck. Oh, don't tell me you're gonna... Oh. Well. Well, that sort of ruins the game. Okay, wow. Got a lot of money. Oh. That's the end of the game. That's unfortunate. Okay, this will be the first match, and I'll play another one next time. I have a fan factor of 1 now, which is nice. Who are my MVPs in this? Basically, what happens when when someone surrenders a game to you is that whatever score they were at, like however many touchdowns they had, the game gives you 2 more than what they had. So they had 0 touchdowns. So they gave me 2 touchdowns because they surrendered. Which means I get 6 points and 2 MVPs, which I think give you 5 points just for being MVPs. So Toby the Silent Hill Toby the Silent Killer got 5 points for doing nothing. And Leukemia also got the same thing. Let's see. Two. Yeah, so he didn't get any touchdowns. Who in this strange universe actually got the touchdowns? Let's find out. I don't know. Nobody leveled up. Are you kidding me? Okay, so apparently Alzheimer got the touchdown because he has 3 points. Toby got MVP. Leukemia got MVP. Hematoma, I don't know. I suppose you got a touchdown and then a casualty, probably.